Have you ever wondered why you stop trying? Why you tell yourself, "I can't do this," before you even begin? Why do some dreams feel impossible? Not because they are, but because somewhere, deep inside, you've already decided they are? What if I told you that the chains holding you back aren't real? What if the prison you live in has no walls? This is a story about invisible ropes and how we spend our entire lives tied to memories that no longer serve us. There was once a man named Samuel. He lived a simple life, worked a steady job, had a comfortable routine. But Samuel carried something heavy, a quiet sadness, a feeling of being stuck. He had dreams once, big ones. He wanted to travel the world, start his own business, write a book, create something meaningful. But every time he thought about these dreams, a voice inside whispered, "You're not smart enough, you're not brave enough. People like you don't do things like that." And so, Samuel stayed where he was, safe, comfortable, small. One day, while visiting a nearby village fair with his young daughter, Samuel stopped at a traveling circus. There, near the edge of the grounds, he saw something that confused him. Massive elephants, creatures of extraordinary power, animals that could uproot trees with their trunks. And yet, each one stood perfectly still, tied by a single thin rope, no thicker than a clothesline, attached to a small wooden stake in the ground. Samuel stared. His daughter tugged his sleeve. "Papa, why don't they run away?" Samuel had no answer. Samuel approached one of the trainers, an old man with weathered hands and kind eyes. "Excuse me," Samuel said. "Why don't these elephants break free? They're so strong. That rope couldn't possibly hold them." The old trainer smiled, the kind of smile that comes from knowing something the world has forgotten. "You're right," he said. "That rope couldn't hold them for even a second. If they wanted to leave..." Samuel frowned. "Then, why do they stay?" The trainer gestured toward the largest elephant. "When these elephants were young, just calves, we used that same rope back then. It was strong enough to hold them. They would drain and fight, but they couldn't break free." He paused. After a while, they stopped trying. They learned that the rope was stronger than they were. And now, even though they've grown into giants, even though they could snap that rope with a single step, they don't, because they still believe they can't. Samuel stood frozen. The words hit him like a stone dropped into still water, sending ripples through his entire being. He looked at the elephants. Then, he looked at himself. That night, Samuel couldn't sleep. He sat by the window, watching the stars, and the old trainer's words echoed in his mind. They still believe they can't. Samuel thought about his life, the job he settled for, because someone once told him he wasn't leadership material, the business idea he buried, because a friend laughed and said, "That'll never work." The dream of writing, abandoned, because a teacher once circled his essay in red ink and wrote, "You're not a natural storyteller." All these years, Samuel had been tied, not by reality, but by memory. He had tried once, failed once, and decided forever that he couldn't. The next morning, Samuel did something he hadn't done in years. He opened his old journal, the one filled with ideas, dreams, plans he'd abandoned. And he read one entry. "I want to help people. I want to create something that matters. I don't want to live a life of quiet regret." His hands trembled. He realized The rope holding him was woven from old voices, old failures, old fears. But those voices weren't speaking truth. They were speaking memory, and memory is not destiny. Samuel made a decision. He would challenge the rope, not all at once, not dramatically, but one small pull at a time. He started his mornings differently. Instead of scrolling his phone, he wrote. Just 10 minutes. He researched his business idea, not to launch it tomorrow, but to learn. One article, one video, one conversation. He applied for a role he thought was beyond him. He didn't get it, but he applied again and again, and something strange began to happen. The rope started to fray, not because the world changed, but because Samuel stopped believing in his own limits. He met resistance. People doubted him. He failed. He stumbled. But this time, he didn't stop, because he realized the rope had always been an illusion. A year later, Samuel stood in a small office space, his own. It wasn't perfect. It wasn't massive. But it was his. He had done what he once thought was impossible. Not because he became someone new, but because he stopped being someone he never truly was. He hung a single photograph on the wall, the elephant, from that day at the fair. A reminder, my friend, we are all elephants, tied by ropes we could break with a single step. But we don't, because we carry the memory of who we were when we were small, when we tried and failed, when the world said no and we believed it meant forever. But here is the truth they don't tell you. You are not the child who failed. You are not the person who was rejected. You are not bound by what didn't work. It's just a story you keep telling yourself. And the moment you stop believing that story is the moment you become free. So ask yourself, what rope are you tied to? What old failure are you letting define your future? What voice from the past are you obeying as if it were the voice of truth? You are stronger now, wiser now, more capable now. The rope was never the problem. The belief was. Break it, not tomorrow. Today, because the life you dream of is not on the other side of permission. It's on the other side of that first step. If this story stirred something in you, share it with someone still tied to their past. And remember, the elephant never needed saving. It only needed to remember its strength.